All right, people. So I started the live stream a little bit early. Basically, what I'm doing is for those who are late, who didn't come to the live stream, I tell you about I explain what. See, you see on my banner, what I've done is I design everything to inform people when I do live streams, and I mostly do live streams. I do inform everybody on Twitter. As you can see over here on my YouTube page, you're going to see Instagram profile, Twitter profile, a website. And of course, this is the YouTube right now that you're on. So the YouTube will have that information. But you see it says live stream on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Canada. Okay, because I'm in Canada, uh, Toronto, Canada. So you need to figure out your time zone to match my time zone. Okay, so this is why I start the live stream this way. Okay, to educate, those who are, who missing the live stream, right? And at the same time, before now, usually the live stream starts at 9:30. That's what I told people. But then I posted. Anyone sees it, they come in earlier. And then we're gonna start. This is gonna be a great live stream. Okay, I'm gonna be talking about some great examples of why long-term focus is important even when things don't work out sometime. That's one of the reasons why people lose a long term. Hello, hello, hello. Now, if you're new, anybody there right now? Everybody can hear me? So we're waiting for people to come in. Now, don't forget, we haven't really officially started. What this is just an education about the live stream time, which is 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that, people who missed. Hey, Dexter, are you able to hear me? Okay, everything okay? Okay, perfect. I mean, this thing doesn't tell me. What I've done is, again, I start early just to inform people who are, again, who missed the live stream that this is the time. You see, it says live stream on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Canada. All right, then. So we're going to wait for some people to come in. Going to be talking about the market. I'll be talking about some really great information of why people do fail. Okay, we're going to be talking about the Google L trade, by the way, people. Okay, and again, a great example of what big picture thinking is about: looking for real direction, right? Not baby scalping, but real direction. And there's a big difference, right? When you're scalping minded, right? You will most likely lose it long term. Listen, proof of the matter is someone like the option sniper. Basically, he got stressed out with his method of trading. You're trying to catch every little blip and blop. You want to be able to stay focused, catch the real moves, and not go crazy and lose your health. Okay, it's about catching real moves and the real direction of the market. That's what it's about, people. So stay tuned, people. We're waiting for people to come in. Hello, 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 people. Uh, Now, Mirza, I'm going to block you, and or hide you. You can just pay attention and study. Mirza, you are a bit of a clown. Listen, clowns, I cannot help a clown. Okay, can't help clowns. Okay, so that being said, people, time for now. If you want to learn something, Mirza, you study and listen because you have no skill. No skill. All right then. So, again, people, I do live streams, unlike all the stock clowns out there that do nothing. People see my face, I talk, I have the videos, I have the proof. The problem with a lot of people is here. See this? Mindset. All wrong. You're going to fail. Mark my words. Only people who listen to me will succeed. I have too much experience, and I'm going to explain why in this live stream why we will succeed. Long-term success. Okay? Loss is a part of the market, but without plans for the gains and not making money with skill versus luck and guessing, it's not the same thing. All right, now, hello, Eric. Hello, Eric. Hello, hello. All right, people. Okay, so it's 9:30, and we'll let me Again, live stream. Not okay. Let's get to the Give me a second here, people. Let me see if I get the chart. Okay, so here's the charts, guys. Let's see. Here's the SPY. All right, people. So let's talk about the market. So what's the what is the big picture of the market? Right. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about Google L as well. Okay. I want to educate people about. Of course, my group members know about Google L, but I want to talk about it. Right? And I want to talk about, for example, some plans like Lulu. I have a great. One of my followers, complained to me about Lulu, and meaning that how well it worked still, even though it went against us. But I want to make a point about this. I want to. There's a lesson with Lulu though. Okay, there's a lesson here. One of the reasons why people lose long term is they don't realize that even when they do the right things, they have to understand that. Did you do what was correct? You did. Plus, you gotta know what you're doing. So I have such belief in my system that I know we will succeed long term, even when we have little hiccups here and there. It's impossible to be 100% correct. It's not. No one will be. This is why I'll tell you. Let me tell you, some people. This is why billionaires have a big advantage over everybody else. Now, let me explain why what I'm doing is kind of like the power of a billionaire in terms of making money in real direction. But we got to it's more hard, it's harder work because we are using options and we need to be correct within a short period of time. Now, what a billionaire, like for example Warren Buffett, they put a lot of money down and they're going to be fluctuating their account 300, 400 one way or another, but they're not caring about the wicks and the little, they're looking for the big picture direction, right? So Warren Buffett, for example, invested in Apple when Apple was, let's say, I think it was $90. Okay, he got it for $90 a share, something like that. Look where it is today, right? That's what these guys focus on. What people cannot hold. And they go big, of course, right? But that's the advantage of the billionaire, is they're looking for a real direction and they just hold through all the baloney. So who makes the most money? The big picture expert. You understand? With skill. Why am I the best? Well, I've called the market in every single year the real direction. That's why you're going to make money with me. I'm not a baby scalper. I'm a real direction trader. There's a big difference, people. Very big difference. All right, then. That being said, so again, great knowledge bombs there. Now, I got a lot more information to speak about. So, what's the SPY doing? Well, the SPY already recovered quickly. All I did, people, was I know levels. Imagine this actually recovered that day, yesterday. And as I was making the move yesterday, I wasn't just noticing what the SPY was doing. I was noticing what a lot of key stocks were doing. And this is why I was able to make a recommendation in Google L. And it worked out very well. In fact, the first half an hour, the options went like boom, they popped. Because I got us in the proper options. Now let me show you. I'm gonna go to the Google L, but listen to me, people. This is big picture thinking, right? Baby scalpers don't are not able to identify stuff like this. We had planned about Google L, you know, last night. Now I posted around 11. You'll see when I go into the Power Group Trades to show it. I'm going to explain this all, right? So stay tuned, people. I'm going to explain the Google L trade. I'm going to go to Google L too. So what's the market doing, people? I can tell you one thing. We're setting up for higher prices. End of story. Yes, we're going to chop around, but the big picture is we're heading higher, and we need to be focused on the right stocks, the best stocks. And PowerTarget Trade will get us in. Listen, we've had some hiccups, right? And I've done nothing. That's not, even when things don't work out sometimes, it's fine if you've done what was correct. But as soon as you dwell from your system, okay, which is a lot of people do, as soon as you dwell from it because things didn't work out here or there, you will be destroyed. Listen to me. I haven't changed my system rules year after year after year. Okay? What I do is I solve problems and I adapt to the market, what the market is saying. I'm not fighting the market. If the market's telling me, Sandro, things aren't good, I ain't going to fight the market. I will drop my stance. But listen, people, I cannot drop a stance when the market tells me we want higher. And I've been talking about this all through here, back in August, back in October. Every time there was a drop, you never hear power. And you go to all my live streams. This Wednesday over here, you go back to all my live streams, you're going to see PowerTarget Trade predicted the future over and over and over again. Not me. My ability to understand the big picture. This is billionaires. This is even larger than billionaire because even the billionaires cannot be as accurate as I am. They are not. What they have as advantage over all people is they can hold a lot harder than a lot of people. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a long-term investors. By the way, people, who are the kings of the market? It's not the short-term investors. No, it's the long-term investors. But what my style is thinking long-term within short-term option plans to catch specific moves. So we're going for 5, 10-point swings, getting out and repositioning either in something else that's favorable. What I'm doing is way more difficult than what a billionaire is doing to get themselves in the companies long term. The more money you have, the higher advantages you have in the market to do the right thing and to make money with skill. All the baby traders and baby scalpers are just killing themselves trying to make money. They are stressing themselves out. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? Think about what I just told you. I want you to really think about it. I'm dropping the knowledge bombs. I want you to think carefully. Why? You get burnt out, just like the snap option sniper. You get burnt out. I don't get burned. Listen, I talk about wealth and health. Listen about, it's not about just making money, the most money. It's about making money so you have control of your life to do what you want to do. Not so you just buy more things. That materialistic things don't mean nothing if you don't have your health. You understand that, people? All right now. Okay, so again, be patient, people, new people that are coming in. I'm going to get to everything. But listen, everything I'm telling you, honestly, it's to help the people who want serious for success. The market is designed to destroy most people. I'm telling you straight out, you're going to get killed if you don't listen to me. Okay? You're going to get killed. If you're we are short-term option traders. Okay, without the skill, you're going to get killed long-term. No matter how good you pick things, if you don't know how to manage trades and catch the gains and manage loss and manage your account, how much you go in and out. Some people, they overtrade. Listen, I give the best rules, people, because I know what works. I've been at this. Listen, I have so much documented videos for people to study. It's all plans we got into, and we made money with skill over and over. It's never ending. But do we have losses? Of course we do. You, if you're worrying about making a loss, you're finished already. You're done. But it's about making money with skill. All right. That being said, I want to talk about Lulu first. Okay. I got a great I want to talk about Lulu. Okay. One of my members, said to me, Sandro, Lulu, what a crappy stock. And what he meant was is that we were in this stock. Listen, this thing had all my rules. Okay. Now here's what happened. We had got in this, I think, around this area here, and it chopped. We were holding it the best we can. Guess what? It pulled back. It stopped us out. But as again, if a long-term investor has that huge advantage, where they're saying we're holding because we think Lulu's going to 270, right? So even though we as short-term traders got stopped out, I wasn't wrong. So Google, for example, Lulu went up. The problem was it created a false signal. I mean, look at this. It pulls back and then it takes off. Now, what my message to that particular follower is this: listen, we can't focus on what doesn't work sometimes. We have to, I take note of it, and I know Lulu isn't the most reliable stock, but it had everything lined up. We had absolutely nothing negatives. And look at the way it broke out. It even broke out the wrong way with the wrong volume. Sometimes what you don't want to focus your energy on why something didn't work out. It's didn't work out, sweep it under the rug. Next, where's the next powerful plan? And you want to catch that one. So for example, let's go to Apple. Okay, now Apple is one of the most reliable stocks that follows my rules. Just like I traded Lulu, I trade Apple the same way. A specific rule set, a plan set. So let's go to Apple, people. AAPL. Okay, now Apple, we caught all these gains. 4 option plans, 3 were big winners and 1 was small gains due to the pullback, but then we got back in. And I'm not going to talk about the option plan for Apple, but that we have there, it is on my YouTube channel, documentation of us making killer gains in both Apple and Tesla. Okay, But what happens is, if I did not trade Apple with the same intentions that I did with Lulu, I would not catch the gains in Apple. As soon as you as soon as you start being fearful and you don't stay focused on your strategy, you're finished, you're through. Nothing's 100%. I'll say this one more time. Nothing's 100%. This is why billionaires, okay, they simply buy something and they hold. And they will give up on it. Like Warren Buffett was an investor in IBM. He gave up on it after years, realizing, you know what? I was wrong about the position. I gave it my all. I'm cutting my ties, right? And that's what he did. He took a loss in it, probably a couple $100,000, or who knows, million, a couple of $1,000,000. Focus on the next where he kills it like we did in Apple. You see, people, it's about big picture thinking, real direction. Number one at doing this is me. With options, I'm giving people the power of billionaire mindset through options. This is why we kill it, right? And with options, I mean, Google L. And the reason why we made the 100% is because we were practically in the money, and yet the options were cheap. It was a great opportunity. 100%. I got out of one other position. I have another plan in it, but I got out in the first half an hour because then it stopped me out of the runners. So that being said, people, let's talk about Google L. Let's talk about Google L. So we're going to go into my, give me a second, people. We're going to go into my, give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here, people. I'm gonna set up the, I'm gonna go into Power Group Trades, and I'm going to show you now. Keep in mind here, people. Keep in mind that I posted this about yesterday, which is the December the 3rd, but it's not exactly 24 hours yet, right? And you'll see that, the timestamp. It's about, we're 1 hour, we have to wait 1 hour, which we can't, right? So you'll see it here. Here it is, people. Let's take a look at what I said over here. Okay. Now, I think I have to move give me 1 second, people. I'm gonna move me a little bit smaller temporarily. Okay? So that we see everything. Give me a second here, people, as I educate and empower those serious for success. All right, now. Okay, so we still don't see this thing. Okay, I gotta move. Wait a second. It should be smaller now. Why is it not smaller? Okay, what's going on here? Oh, because of this. I see. Okay, people, give me 1 second. We're gonna put me really small here for a sec, because for some reason it doesn't move me smaller. Okay. Let me scroll up a bit. Now, what's going on here? Why is my I see what's going on. But this is my life. Am I stalled here, people? I seem to be stalled. Am I stalled, or do you see me? Do you see me, or have I stalled, guys? Oh, you can see me. So why do I not see myself move? Okay, so you say you can see me, right, people? So can you see the Google L? Can you see the Google? Here it says 23 hours and move. I'm not seeing my thing move here. I don't know why. Why is that? Why is that doing that? We can see, you said. Okay. Can you see that you see 23 hours here, people? Can you see that? 23 hours? Here I said Google is also not stalled. Okay. Here, can you see what I'm showing? Mama had said stalled. See, why does it say stalled for me? This is weird. You say yes. We can see yes. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so listen, people. Here you see the Google plan, right? 23 hours ago. Now, 23 hours ago is because I posted it around 10:30, 11 o'clock, right? So let me click on this. And you can see Google L can go and test back to 13:30 this week. So I explained it. Now, here's the options. Now, at the time, you can see December the 3rd, the 1,310 calls were $275. Do you see that, people? Do you see that? Someone tell me, give me a yes that you see that. We see Google. Do you see the options that I'm talking about? Can everybody see those options that we're talking about? The 275? Yes. And the 23 and the charts, right? Okay, good. Because my stupid thing isn't reporting it to me. That's okay. But I can see everybody message. Okay, people. So as you can see now, we did not pay that. What I had to pay was a higher price, and I'm going to show you that. But it didn't matter, okay? Because the options hit over $1,600 per option. I'm going to show you that right now. But because I have identification skills and big picture thinking, wow, this is why we kill it. I was planning to make gains in Google L. I didn't expect to make it that quickly. But it was the power of the plan and the focus. That's what I keep doing. I got in, boom, 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 right in. We had to get it right away, right? Easy if you were prepared, like I say. If it's confirming, especially higher than the buy, I said 1,300. We had to pay even higher, and I explained that. But let's go to YouTube now. Let me minimize this here. Let me close this up. And now I'm going to zoom up. Let me just zoom up here. Okay. So, of course, this is in the morning now. Here it is. Google L confirming with the December 06 1310 calls at $550. So, whether you got it at 550, 600, greater than 100% gains, okay? And the December 06 1320 calls that we talked about were at 255. So let me show you those. Now those 255 calls, let me go back here, people, and I'm going to open it up. And I said the 120. Now I made another chart in the group. Let me close this up, people. Let me go up to the next chart because I said so. We can use these options. So I told people another thing. I gave them another option. See, 14 hours because it's pre-market now, right? We can use these options. So let me open up what I said over here. So we can use December 06 1320 calls for Google due to the power of the pre-market open. But I decided to go with the 310. So I gave another. Now I show it. The 1,320. They were at 99, about $100 per option. So of course you had to pay about 150% more for the options, but it doesn't matter. Let me show you the outcome as I took a snapshot of everything. I'm going to show you where everything closed, and I'm going to show you what happened in a short period of time. But literally less than half an hour, I already was out with greater than 100% gains. I sold 50% at $1,500 area, and I was stopped on the other at 1,100. Let's go to that chart. So you see that, people? Did you guys see everything that I just showed you here? This is for a lot of people to see. This is what I do for the group, people. I plan, we focus, we have the options, and I'm going to show you the power. And I want you to do your due diligence and think about it. We're going to go into the charts. I don't want you to think about it carefully, people. Did everybody see this Google thing? Everybody see this? Dexter, you see this, man? You can see it, what I'm showing here? Correct, people? Yes. Okay, good. I'm going to close this up. I don't know why my thing doesn't show something. I don't know why. So I'm going to, maybe because, oh, you know why? So I'm going to close. Give me a second here. I think I know what happened. Give me a sec here. That's weird. Okay, so let me close this up. Give me a second here, people. I don't know, people, why the live stream is stuck for me. Okay, now, so people, let's go to the Google. I want to show you something. So I'm going to open up the Google here. I have the snapshot here. So I want to show you you see here the 1310 calls. You see these options? You see the price 1580? Bid ask. See the time here? I took many snapshots, but even around 11, 12 a.m. Now, we were able to get out of this a lot faster. I'm going to go into the charts to show you this. But those 13 calls, even though I paid $550 per option, 1,500, actually 150% gains. Greater than 100%. You see that right here, people? That's for the move that Google made, right? That's the snapshot for December the 4th at around 11:12 a.m. Okay, it's plain to see. Now, the 1320 calls, you see we got them at 255, right? If you got them on time, that's what they confirmed. Okay, you can check an option chart. Okay, this is just a reality. I can actually show you the option chart too. We're going to try to do that today. And you see the options were like practically 200% for the people who went in 1320 calls. All possible to catch, but at least you're 100%. Easy 150% with your eyes closed. Easy. I was in the 1-3-10. Some people went into the 1-3-20. But I want you to understand big picture thinking, what it does. If you guys missed what I talk about the Google Owl, you rewind after the live stream's over, you go over it. Okay? You're witnessing big picture thinking and power. I do this all the time. Study my live stream. PowerTarget Trade. All right now. I mean, this is what it's about. Catching gains with skill. I have more. This is only part one of the plan. And we're only talking about this. I'll be making a video as the other plan fruitions as well. And talking about this as well. That being said, I wanted to talk about it in the live stream. Let me close it. All right, let's take up Google now. Let's take a look at some of Google. Let's go together, people. G-O-O-G-L. Right? Now, I'm going to open up the options chain. Now, obviously, Google Owl pulled back a bit, right? Closed at 1-3-1-8. So, obviously, options lose a little bit of time, right? So, December the 6th, I'm going to open this up here. Option chain. We're going to go to the calls. Okay? The 1320s closed at 700. Well, they said, I think this is a weird close, 610. Let's say they close at 610. Greater than 200%, or greater than 150% gains, even on the close. And I'm not in these ones though, but, and the 1310, oh, I gotta zoom out. Let me zoom out some more. 1 second. Price, okay, price, okay, here it is. One second. Price, there it is. 1310s, people closed at, let's say, 1300, because the spreads are going crazy, but they said the price is 1356. We'll just say 1300, okay? That's where it closed. So imagine now, even by the close of a option that only had 3 days, because we took a signal of my rule of confirmation, we even paid higher. Those same options, people, they were less than $300. I had to pay well, no, I think they were $255. I have to go back, but regardless, we had to pay about 100% more on December the 4th. It didn't matter? No, it doesn't. Look at the end result. This is the closing prices of the options. See it over here. Now, if I click on the options chain, let's click on the options chain, people, together here for the 310. See if it should give me the. Do I click here? Okay, why the hell is this not opening up? Open up, you damn dog. Everybody saw that, right? Now, I don't know why this isn't opening up, man. Oh, mamma mia, this thing doesn't listen to me sometimes. I can't open the options chain, you know, to show you that. But if someone want to look in the options chain, you can see, you know, that that's exactly what happened with the options. Anyways, it's common sense. You have to look where we had to pay almost 100% more on the options, but it didn't really matter. We had to buy the confirmation, and we needed to buy the power, and it worked out. Even if Google out close. This is skill and identification. I had told my group there was a lot of bullish action on December the 3rd on the market, so I prepared my group, and everything we got into basically paid us some dollar bills with the skills. All right then. So everything that I explained, Dexter, I don't know why I can't open the damn options chain. Okay, regardless, people, you gotta think with your brains a little bit and think about it, because this is an actuality. If you're in my group and you're studying my live streams and you're studying my YouTube channels, you will be witnessing this for your success over and over and over again. Okay? And therefore, if you learn, but if you do not listen to my advice, it doesn't matter how good the advice is. If you are not taking action, if you're a fearful trader still, you will not reap the rewards. You cannot, unless you really believe in what's happening. Okay? Because what I do, people, very few people in the world can do. Adaptive thinking and solving problems and holding things is a consistently changing and evolving system. All 2019 was so different than 2018. But I know how to adapt very quickly and make adaptive and solve problems. This is where everybody lacks in. I'm not joking here. They lack in what I can do very well. Okay, I have over 28 years experience looking at the market, but the majority of how I'm so well is I learned what doesn't work and then what does work, but then my system, I figured out the most difficult period in the market where everybody is struggling between 2016 and 2020 has been a difficult and confusing time for all kinds of people, especially all the old world thinkers. They are baffled by the market. People trying to call the market was a good short in 2016 have been massively wrong. Doesn't matter whether they're billionaires. I don't care what size. They were wrong. I told you, billionaires don't matter. They're babies compared to the market. The market is the boss. I listen to the market. I do not listen to the news and to what some billionaires will say, because they are nothing compared to the size of the market. That being said, take that into consideration. Apple is a $1 trillion company. Capisce? Billionaires are participants in the market, just like everybody else. That being said, the advantage of a billionaire is they're thinking long-term, big picture. Now, baby scalper. That's why I call myself the billionaire mindset, but I give people the power with small accounts to make money with skill, have their health, and learn how to use this. And learn from me, teaching you to be a calm, but it's work, people. I said to you, the market isn't easy, and if it was, everyone would succeed, but it kills most people. You know why? They get impatient, they miss the huge gains, and they miss out. Okay, so we're gonna close up this Google thing. I'm really glad about this. So we talk about app, we talk about the SPY. SPY, people, higher prices. Okay. Now, can we go up high? The market could chop. You know, we are now in a called the bullish chop zone. Basically, here's where the bullish chop zone is defined. Let's talk about this now. Again, the big picture expert explains the facts to the people who are serious for success. So this is what's happened, people. Okay, don't forget now, SPY's 311. Stock Clown said it was a bubble at 225. Massively wrong since 2016. I, however, have been correct the big picture multiple times, smashing all kinds of people to nothing. That being said, don't have to gloat anymore. I know it. I have it all documented. I could kill anybody that tries to. They're chicken. These people run. Who says, "Oh, you did it?" They run. I said, "Listen, you put up the money. I got the weapons. I'll clean you out, buddy. I'll clean them out." They run for the hills. They run for the hills. Those stock clowns that doubt me. You have a choice, people. You study. I can't protect you from the stock clowns. They're everywhere. All I can do is tell you the facts. You got to look into yourself. You have to realize, say to yourself, I don't know what the hell, I don't know what I'm doing. I make millions of mistakes. PowerTarget Trades telling me that I'm not making money with skill. I'm making money with fear and guessing and assuming. I had a guy shorting Apple. Well, we're killing it in Apple. Now, who has skill? I have skill. That guy has no clue what he's doing. You're shorting Apple? Why? Why would you want to short a stock like Apple? You think it's too high? No skill, no brains, guessing, thinking. That's what they do all the time. These people are going to be gone. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it 5 years down the road, 10 years down. I can assure you that. Gone. Dead. Finished. Now, you want to listen to me, you study my YouTube channel, you study my YouTube live streams, you ask me questions, you're going to survive. You get into my group. I'm leading people. I'm telling it how it is. No jokes aside, people. I tell how it is. So, back to the SPY, people. Back to the SPY. 10:01. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm going to be able to ask some questions too. You can talk about AMD as well, people. So, this is the definition now. We are in a bullish chop zone from here to here now. Okay, so when market setting up to break, once we break that 316 area, this is when we can go and test higher. Now, I don't know for sure whether we go to those levels, but what I do know is the market's very strong. Stocks like Google, Apple, the leaders are very strong. And when the leaders are strong, like even though Walmart and Costco, they're not doing very well, right now in terms of, I wouldn't want to go in them in options, right? I get my group into the best of the best, and I make a doubt. Some things that don't work out, I scrap them. I don't fight the market. I scrap them. The market changes the signals, we scrap it. Banks aren't working right now, right? If we go to Goldman Sachs, right? Goldman Sachs is not acting like a Google L. Do you think I care? No. Goldman Sachs pulled back, did this, but it's been pulling back the most, right? So this is something I don't want to focus on. But what I'm getting at is that Goldman Sachs is pretty strong as well, but it's kind of chopping right now. So it's not a good stock for making money in options. But anyways, let's put up back the SPY, people. And then I'm going to ask some questions. Now, so I talked about the SPY. Okay, so I gave the update on the SPY. AMD, big picture expert. Now, again, what would cause the market to go lower or there would be a problem? Again, if something happens to Trump, in my opinion, which I don't think anything would, there was an article of I happened to read something from I happened to read an article about that, that some woman said that, God had trumped, it's God that had trumped, that made Trump the president to teach lessons or something like that or whatever. And so, in the words, people, when I look at things, what I do is I just listen to the market. If I try to think logically what happens to Trump and this and that can happen, and you won't make money. You're going to be a fearful trader. What I'm doing is I listen to the market. The market tells us what's happening. And the market's telling me one thing, people. Listen, why have I called the market correctly year after year after year, month after month after month, quarter after quarter after quarter? I simply am a master at understanding what the market is saying. Every other trader is a baby pebble scalper in skills and comparison and how I think and work. I tell you, listen, most people are too weak here. Even with my help, if you're still thinking weak, if you're not listening to my words, if you're not learning and growing, whoop, even with me, my help, that's why I tell people, study, listen to what I'm saying, think what I'm saying. Don't take it seriously what I'm saying, people. Take it very seriously. Look, I do these live streams to help people, to educate, to empower, right? So I talked about the Lulu example, right? So when we do the right things and we lose, it's okay. That's part of doing business. That is fine. But what's wrong is this. If we see a plan and you don't get into the plan because you overtraded and you miss huge gains, that is disaster, death for you. Listen again. If you miss gains, okay, in stocks that go big due to fear, due to focusing on what didn't work out in the past week or two, you will then miss out on the massive gains. Just like, for example, BA. Let me bring the BA example. I want to explain this because people, these are knowledge bombs, people. I try to do this to help people. I'm driving it into their chorizo, which means their brains. So listen up, people. So, I think I bet you my thing is, my thing could be small. Let me open myself up a bit. Okay, I'm gonna open myself up. I could have been small there, but everybody hears my voice, and that's all that matters. Because my screen, guys, here's the problem. My screen, everybody heard everything here? Everybody heard everything? Like, I've seen the 23 people watching, but yes, okay, good. The reason is, people, for some reason, Google is not sending me, my screen is stalled, so I can't see myself what I'm doing. You see me perfectly, people, in the charts, right? The BA and everything. Do you guys see the December over here? Now, Ash wasn't a member at this time, but did you see the December here? Okay, good. Okay, so back in December, people, you know, when if we put up the SPY, the market was very bearish, but BA was not bearish. And I told my group members back in December that I have a secret weapon. And that secret weapon was 5 winning plans in a row in BA. This is a skill nobody has. Again, adaptive thinking. I understood what I penned this plan, and I saw this market was going to go to 300 as the SPY was down. Ask yourself this question: how am I doing this? I'm going to explain you how. I'm going to explain you how. What you see and what everybody sees is common knowledge. But what PowerTarget Trade sees is what is the deeper knowledge that only experience through my scans, through key stocks, through solving problems can solve. This is where you cannot learn this from charts. This is just lots of skill with powerful tools. Okay, I've trained people, and if I asked them, do you want to try to do this all yourself? They probably wouldn't want to do it themselves. They can do some stuff, but they always want to be led by me, at least to be helped along. As long as I'm supervising a bit, they're going to do very well. Okay, people like to check with the big picture leader because the people who study with me know how in depth I am and how I break things down and I explain things to them, and they will practically have a lot of. But I'm able to solve complex problems. So again, people, think about this carefully. SPY is dropping. PowerTarget Trade says SPY is fine. We're holding key supports. I did the analysis. And if anybody goes back into December live streams 2018, you will see PowerTarget Trade saying the market's going down for the wrong reasons and that I have plans to make us the dollar bills with skills. Well, that's what I did, and I had 5 huge winning plans with BA, and then we went into Ruko and Apple. So I've told that story many times, but you know what? It's good for you to, anybody new or whatever old, to think about that carefully. I listen to the market, and I've been right through very difficult situations where most people were clueless, like the stock clown. The stock clown was making live streams. He was laughing. He thought he hit it. He was finally right, only to be smashed to pieces. He stopped making videos on his YouTube channel. He hasn't done any live streams. He keeps his mouth quiet, and he just types a bunch of baloney on his channel, and he trolls me still, as Tracy Smith and all these other stupid profiles that he has. The bullish, bearish, whatever, Tracy Smith, he's got at least 5, perhaps 5 to 7 trolling accounts, believe it or not. Because he cannot take it how I smashed him to smithereens. He can't take it that he's massively wrong. If you look at his stream, you look at it, he's clueless. He's a clueless clown. And these clueless clowns don't want to learn that you want to make money with skill to survive long term. He was once a big margin loser. Then he turned into baby scalper, and he doesn't even follow his own advice. He has a quote, Jesse Livermore, saying that it's not about a bull or bear. So the guy's always bearish, yet the market's been rising for 3 years since 2016. That's called a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite. I tell how it is. The market's bullish. Even when the market was pulling back, I said it's not bearish. I wouldn't change my stance because I am a big picture leader. Do you think that Warren Buffett was bailing over here? Oh, and while the news was back over here, he wasn't bailing. He was holding his apple nice and tight, just like I was. And now we're reaping the huge rewards. Not only did Apple hit 200, like I said, promised, talked about Apple 200 years ago. Apple, well, you see where Apple is, people, right? This is skill. Do you want to be led by a real skill master? Leader, or you want to be led by these baby, no skills scalpers that just make money trying to sell people their systems? They don't. I go into all my plans. I manage my group. My group is free. How I get something is respect from people who make money, realize that how much I help them, they send me gifts. Okay, and then I have people in my group follow a rule set so that I know they're paying attention and learning. I want serious people in my group. I could have so many people. I kick out so many people out of my group. Yeah, if you're not gonna follow my rules, I kick you out. What good are you? You're not doing nothing for me. You're not studying, you're not learning, you're not going into any plans. You continually want to trade the wrong way. You don't want to learn and grow. What good are you for me? You want to share to other people the power of my group. Obviously you're not studying, you're not taking the thing. What good are you for me? Out the door you go, right? I have many former members even who send me gifts, but they weren't consistent. Give me excuses. I'm traveling. I'm on this. Listen, I told people I'm telling you right now, you have to treat the market as a serious business, right? You have to treat the market as a serious business. Thank you, F. Brown. Yeah, F. Brown. By the way, I remember F. Brown. F. Brown. He met me at a live stream and he killed it. He got into a Disney plan, but he didn't realize what we were about, right? And we were in. He got in. He bought the Disney options and then killed it. Sent me a message. How do I send you a gift? He had done well, but lo and behold, F. Brown didn't realize that. And what I'm trying to teach F. Brown is, listen, my friend. There's more to the market than you think. If you're thinking it's just about sunshine all the time, you're in for a rude awakening. That's what everybody thinks. That's why the option sniper blew up. I'm trying to educate people listening. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Listen to me. You either listen to me or you're going to blow up. Everyone who doesn't listen to me will blow up. I will not blow up. I will succeed. I teach health and wealth. I'm telling you people, I want you to make money with skill, with a calm, with understanding. I made money with skill. I lost money with skill. But I'm making more money than I'm losing, and that's what it's about. When you understand that, and you understand that it's about I have Power Trick or Trade. Power Trick or Trade will solve the problems. Power Trick or Trade will get me back, but I have to follow his advice. I have to take action. If he puts a plan out and I don't get into that plan because I'm focusing on what I wasn't working out for me, then that one comes and gives me some break even and I miss the huge gains. When you miss huge gains, you put yourself at a huge disadvantage because then you don't have any money to work out when things don't work out. Listen to me. Nothing's going to work at 100%. If everything would work at 100%, you know what you do? Listen to me. Forget it. We don't need to do nothing. It's simple. If 100% means this, you bet the whole heart, everything you own, we know for sure that something's going to go from here to here. Remember this now, people. Every single plan that we get into can fail. Doesn't matter how good it is. Doesn't matter how correct you are. It can fail. So then how do you win? How do you win? Well, there's where the strategy comes in. There's where the money management comes in. Right? But if you come into my group and you missed out on a whole bunch of winners and you happen to come in when the loser works, you have to understand you got to keep going until the winners come in. Winners come in, they bring you forward. But if you miss the winners, you're out. Game over for you because you don't have any more capital to grow. And you can't overtrade. That's why I tell people, what's your account size? And I tell them, only trade this many options per plan. If you want to break my rules and overtrade, what do you want from me? That you can't try to make $1 million right away. You got to try to make money intelligently, long term. It's not about getting rich quick scheme. You're gonna blow up. You don't want to listen to me. Listen to me. You're gonna burn out later on. Even if people who've made $500,000 have lost that money. You know, I'll give you the story. Dan Zanger, before he hit it huge, okay, he had made 400,000 and lost it. Of course, his method wasn't. Even though he made 400, people make money again. He made money for the wrong reasons. So when he decided, when he really focused, he made money for whatever he does now. It doesn't compare to what I do for people. But what I'm getting at is that study the story of successful people, and they made money the wrong way, and until they made money the correct way, they never really made money. Remember that. Listen, I know people who make quite a bit of money the wrong way, and then they lose it. You know why? You lose it because your method you didn't make money with skill. When you make money with skill and you lose money with skill, you'll always succeed because the winners will outpace what doesn't work out. Sometimes we take small losses, sometimes we take a little bit bigger losses, but the winners kill what doesn't work out. Right? I'll give you an example. Let's say that Google plan didn't work out and I had to take a 50% loss or an 80% loss. Who cares? When I catch those winners, I'm taking 150% gains. I could catch 200, two weight gains in a row before a loss comes. But if I miss the gains, game over. Do you understand that, people? Do you guys understand what I just said there? So let me, this is 10:16. Let's look at that. Let's talk some questions. I think I talked about a lot of stuff. Right now, no. Tesla is good, but Tesla again one has been giving some false signals, but Tesla is good. I'm waiting on Tesla, so I got my us. I will get us in Tesla when I see a good opportunity. Don't you worry, Kumar. But I can't get us into something until I see that opportunity. I have an idea where we can go in, but right now, Kumar, no. But that can change at any time. At any time. PowerTarget Trade, Kumar, I'm always watching. I'm always thinking. I made that Google. I was thinking about Google the very day on as the market was trading. I was watching Google, and I said, "That's the plan we're going to go into." I was telling my members in the group, this market's doing bullet, and look what the market did today. It did even better than I anticipated. But listen, people, I'm just a master of reading the market. That's who you got, a big picture leader. And I can only help those who want to learn. You know, the stock clowns like Mirza and Alex B and all the former people, they're stock clowns. They didn't listen to me. They don't study. And they're dead. They're finished. Cutthroat. They're gonna listen. They're gonna find out the hard way. They're gonna say, you know what? That PowerTarget Trade guy was right. And then if they happen to come back to my stream, they see me banging out the winners, year after year after year. Listen, people, I take it serious. I'm here for the serious people, and it's because of the serious people I'm here. I'm not here for the. I understood this long time ago. Success is for the few, and not the many. I understood this long time ago, and that ain't gonna change. People are too dumb. It's just a fact, people. Now, the dumb will, if some people are dumb, but they do have intelligence. The dumb will realize, you know what? I am making dumb thinking skills. I have to get out of the dumb learning from the dumb-dumbs out there, and listen to this guy, PowerTarget Trade. This guy's been massively correct, the big picture of what most people are struggling with. Right? Very few people are killing it in the market. We're talking about 1% are killing it with skill, but the rest are struggling. Little baby scalpers making money here and there, but then they burn out, like Option Sniper burned out. Anybody who knows about the Option Sniper will not understand what I'm saying. The guy burnt out. Cutthroat. He couldn't handle it. Here I am, PowerTarget Trade, banging out live streams, leading the people. I got the skill. I help the people with real plans. Billionaire mindset. Billionaire skill set. Capisci? That's the power. Right here. Lots of power. Unlimited money comes from the mind. Now, it's not about just the money, people. The health. Ooh, I'm on another level when it comes to that too. People are going to see me. I haven't gotten to the health section. I will be going to. I'm so busy with the market, people. When I go into Google, Eric, I go in small. Okay, so I only went in 4 contracts, very small. I don't go big because, again, why do I go small? Even though I know Google is good, I go in small. Okay. Now, I recommend people to go in 1 contract or 2 contracts if you have a 20K account. Now, we won this time, but what if you can't handle a loss? If you have a small account, Derek, right? If somebody has the small baby like account they can't handle, right? I don't go big in Google L or Tesla. Sometimes I go 4 to 6. It depends. 4 to 6 options. That's it. because I'm looking to make a lot with the right mindset, not with fear. If you go in too big, right, you get, obviously, if I had went in with 10, oh, well, it would be better, right? But I always understand that no matter how correct I am, there is nothing is 100%. What if it doesn't work out? I can manage the 4 contracts, but it worked out, so now I'm massively ahead, and now I reinvested again. Eric, see, same 4. When you make 2 winning plans, there's your 8 now. For example, killing gains with skill and trying to make money with the right mindset. Now, even if you went in with 2, it's still great gains, right? You went in, you sold 1. Listen, if you bought 2 options, right? It's good gains with skill, right? I went in. I actually went in a little. I wish I went a little bit bigger. I should have went in a little bit bigger with Google Out, but I went in with 4. Regardless, I'm in another position. If that position works out as well, that will really fix me up, help me out on what happened with some of the Tesla thing. But I'm ahead a lot because my Google options did a lot more than what happened with the Tesla, my last Tesla plan, right? But I also have a lot of strong Tesla winning plans that help absorb things. So I look at it that way. So people, I'm always thinking about long-term success, you know. Sometimes I can go a little bit bigger depending how things. I'm more focused on Apple. Where I go bigger in, Eric, is I go bigger in an Apple. I go way bigger in Apple. Like Apple's the things like 20 contracts, you know. For me now, anyways. Now, that's me. It doesn't matter. You don't do. If a person does not have the account size, for me that's okay. I am willing that if something goes wrong, I'm okay because of the killing gains I made in Apple, right? The winners. So you always want to go in the same amount. Well, for example, if you're going to go in, let's say 6 contracts of Apple, every plan you want to get in with 6, 6, 6. If that's a full position, right? If that's your full position size, you go in with 6, 6, 6. Why? Because the winners can really fix things up for you. But if you miss the winners due to fear, and you don't want to overtrade. You don't want to go 12 with 1. You lose it with 12, and then you go 6 on the winner. You go 6, 6, 6, Eric. You don't break that rule. You go bigger when you can go bigger. When you're able to go 8, you go 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 12, 12, 12. You want to always stick to that. When you grow your account properly, you say, I'm ready to take the next step on the next proper plans. You increase options contracts. Never before and always the same. Now, I've always told people when it comes to Google L, Tesla, Amazon, because they're weekly options, we go in smaller. Like, 50%, 25% of what you would normally go into larger contracts. And depending how you feel, right? Sometimes I might go bigger because I'm so bullish. I mean, I was bullish Google L, but I knew there could be multiple. I wasn't. Listen, I was so thrilled how quickly those options moved for us today. I said I'm going to make another plan. And I had made another plan. My concern, my focus is to catch the real move in Google L. And if I do, that's what I want. If I don't, that's okay. I know the signals were given, and I want to catch the gains of Google L with skill, Eric. That's my intention. Not being fearful with skill. Google gave good signals, and Google could break up very easily by next week in the 1350 area. And I want to catch that, Eric. That's my concern, to catch it. I don't want to miss those gains. I'm willing to lose money if I have to lose some money to catch those gains. But those gains will pay me way more than if I was to lose. Do you understand what I'm saying, Garrett? So whether you go in small, you go in small multiple plans, you go in the same amount, roughly the same most of the times. Yeah, shop is probably good, but like I didn't go into shop because I don't want to post too many plans. Like some people I tell, yeah, see, shop did really well. We didn't go. although shop was good, I told this to, I was talking about shop. There was too many plans to get into. I didn't want to focus. Like shop is a very powerful, fast moving stock, but it's very whippy. Um, shop worked out. However, I was focusing on Google L, and I was more than happy with Google L. I didn't want to focus on too many plans. I already had posted 3 plans, Dexter, in the group, and so this is why I didn't talk about shop. But yeah, I knew shop could do something. I just didn't want to bother with it because I was more focused with Google L. I'm not catching. I won't catch everything, and that's not my concern. Is catching the best. Shop is good. I just think Google L is safer and better. That was my judgment call that I made, and it was a good judgment call. I mean, the options were easier to get into. I don't know how easy these were get into, but nonetheless, it probably wasn't that bad. This time I don't know how they trade. I haven't checked. Uh, hey, Apple. This stock here. I mean, I have so many option winning plans in Apple. I mean, it's just not funny. It's all documented on my YouTube channel, people. Any other questions for the big picture leader that can help somebody new out there? Any questions? I think this is a very good live stream. I'm very happy with what I said. Thanks, Senfai. Thank you, Ash. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ash, for, Ash does a lot of studying. I see her looking over videos from years ago, making comments. I mean, she does her due diligence. Listen, she's a new member. I talk about hers because what she's done, in theory, no one has beat her in terms of the amount of time she's been in my group. She's like even though we got amazing guys like Dexter and Mez and other great members. Ash is something that with very little input on my end has done everything that I said and studied. And I have all the documented proof of all the gifts she sent me. One of her gifts about 2 gifts ago was $1,000, about $1,000. So I want you to think about that, people who are new out there. That was out of free will, people. She sees the value in my big picture thinking. I have no power to ask. I cannot take money from anybody. It's out of free will. Person sees value. I didn't ask for that size of. She really wants to support the group, and she's helping other people who are not as fortunate as her. Again, that's why I tell people, Ash is very active on the stream. She does the likes and retweets. She sends great gifts. Learn from Ash. Look over, you see her. Anyways, people. Anyways, Ash, thank you. Very good night. Anybody else have a question for the big picture leader? Look at Ash, always giving thanks. I mean, what a fantastic. I mean, this is the kind of members that keep me wanting to do this. If everybody was stock, I mean, like amazing people like Maz, Dexter, Shia, Eric, there's a lot of other members, but there's some key members are very strong, powerful members. Good night, Dexter. Good night, Kumar. But you know what, people? Everybody in my group, you play an important part. You do the retweets and likes. You be active. You're sharing it with other people. It's a zoo of information out there, right? And we're trying to be found. Like what I'm doing, nobody does. Nobody does live streams. No one tries to talk to the people with heart, like I'm trying to tell people. The market's designed to kill you. I just take it. I look for my health and making money with skill, people. That's how you long term. It's the best way. Trust me on this. Study my YouTube channel. Thank you, Kumar. See, Stock Clown John, you're never going to get comments like this, Stock Clown John. And I know you come and look at my live streams. You have no skill, Stock Clown John. You got to wake up. You don't even take your own advice. You're a baby scalp. You trade against the market. You have no skill. Good night, Chris. I'm going to go 5 minutes more. I told the people I'm going to go 5 minutes more. All I hope from these live streams, if I get one new person that wakes up and says, you know what, I want to become a group member. I'm going to study with. I want to get inside his group. By the way, there's a pin tweet video on my Twitter, PowerTarget Trade. You can find the link of my Twitter on my YouTube. You got to open your eyes and use your brains a little bit. There's people out there, people send me, they just send me like requests, but they don't do the right things. I mean, there's so many stock clowns and weak-minded people out there, and I just don't. I'm filtering them like crazy. Like I just don't want the wrong people. I can't have. I filter it as much as I can. I'm so tired of working with those clown people who don't want to study, who don't want to learn, who don't want to think, that are just going to blow up anyways, no matter how much help they receive. Somebody out there, say something, ask a question, share something. See, some people coming late. Like the live stream increases the viewers, but it's over, people. It's practically over because I start 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You got to come in earlier. But if you have a question for the big picture, don't forget you can see the live stream after. It takes about an hour. It has to render, and then YouTube will post it. Any questions, people? I got to go. I don't know why the YouTube. Yeah, Dexter. The only one clown. There's only one clown that showed up was Mirza. Mirza the clown. Oh, he's another clown. No skilled person. Hopefully the clown. Hopefully Mirza, you listen to what I said and you start thinking about things a little bit. You're thinking like a baby trader. You have no skill. You're in the group, you come to my group, you tell me, those are the worst people. They tell you how they respect you, how they studied, and that's why I check. That's why my new parameters are. I have the most, like, I can't believe the kind of people that still get through the filter system. Like, they're so, like, that's why I make sure I check, I ask questions. Oh my God, people, the amount of clowns out there, it's bad. It's bad. All right, people. Let's have a good night, people. Till next time. Have a good weekend and study the live stream.